So today we are going to talk about a really important question which I get asked a lot of times, and that is how do we pre-prepare for an interview in the teaching field? Pre-prepare as in pre-preparations, whatever you are supposed to be aware of, whatever you're supposed to prepare before you head out for your interview. Now, honestly, in my opinion, I feel that whenever you are giving an interview in the teaching field, I believe you should be prepared, like more prepared rather than just being spontaneous. So I truly appreciate candidates who puts in a lot of efforts in pre-preparing and planning out their entire interview, rather than just being spontaneous at the interview. I think being spontaneous may really work for any other field, but not in the teaching field. In the teaching field, I would recommend it's better to be prepared than being spontaneous. So talking about the pre-preparation, the very first thing or the first point that I want you all to be aware of is to be thorough with the subject. So your subject knowledge has to be top notch. Okay, so in order to prepare well for your subject, be aware of what curriculum the school follows, what are the topics under your subject, and just read about those topics as much as you can so that you can ace the subject knowledge section of your interview. The second point to keep in mind is your introduction is very, very important. Introduction as in the self-introduction. So for any interview, the panel members will always ask you to tell a few things about yourself, right? That is your self-introduction. So work as much as you can on your self-introduction. Be honest about it and write it down first and practice as much as you can. Also, don't overdo it so that it sounds a little robotic. Let it be natural and subtle, and be honest with everything that you mention in your introduction. Third and the last point is to make a list of expected questions. Like in the teaching field, you can be asked, what is your teaching style? What are your strengths and weaknesses as a teacher? Why do you want to work with us? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? So get a list of such questions and write down your answers for it, and again, practice them as much as you can, but don't sound robotic. Okay, be natural, be subtle, have a pleasant smile on your face even while you're practicing, so the same you're able to reciprocate during your interview. That's it for today. Follow for more such tips.